All right. Larry Howard, 26006666.
Good morning, Your Honor. Susan Cole on behalf of Larry Howard. We are here today for a pretrial, and I believe the prosecutor has made a motion to add a count of allowing an unlicensed driver to drive with recommending Operation Drive. I did speak with Mr. Howard about that. He'd waive his right to a trial, enter into that plea agreement.
Mr. Howard, please raise your right hand.
Yes.
Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
All right, go and put your hand down, sir. Mr. Howard, can you read, write, and understand the English language?
Yes, sir.
Can you hear and understand me?
Yes, I can, Your Honor.
Have you had a full chance to discuss this with your attorney?
Yes, we spoke briefly, via text yesterday.
Great. And are you satisfied with her plan for this case and her advice?
Yes, Your Honor. If you will allow me, and I'll go quickly. Yeah, I just want to clear this up. I've never been in trouble, just having a hard time finding work, and that's why I was operating the vehicle without a license. And I'm up for a couple of jobs, and I just want to, honestly want to clear this up and just make sure that I'm still able to work in my field. So I really want to just, bring this into good standing and clear this up with the court.
Great. We're going to get into all that in just a minute. Okay. Before you enter a plea, you should understand that the charge of allowing an unlicensed person to drive is a misdemeanor carrying with it a maximum possible fine of $500 plus costs and up to 93 days in jail, all of this court's discretion. These are the maximum. Now, the key to this, though, is it does not go on your record. It will not prevent you from getting a license. Before you enter a plea, you should understand you have the right to represent yourself or be represented by an attorney. If you cannot afford an attorney, one would and has been appointed for you at public expense. You have the right to a trial, either by me or by a jury. At that trial, you'd have the right to confront, cross-examine, question all witnesses brought against you. You'd have the right to have the court subpoena witnesses on your behalf. You'd have the right to testify if you wanted to, remain silent if you wanted to, and no one could say anything about you remaining silent. As you appear before this court, you're presumed innocent of this charge, and your guilt has to be proven beyond a reasonable doubt. Sir, do you understand that once you enter a plea, you give up all those rights that I just said that you have in a trial?
Yes, Your Honor.
Once you plead guilty, there won't be a trial. You understand that?
Yes, I do.
Has anybody promised you or threatened you in any way other than the reduction in charge?
No, Your Honor.
Is it your own choice to do this?
Yes, Your Honor.
April 27th of this year, 2026, were you in the city of Royal Oak?
Yes, I was.
I'm so sorry. This is the city of Berkeley. Were you in the city of Berkeley?
Yes, Your Honor, I was.
Okay. And did you allow an unlicensed person to drive your vehicle, that person being you?
Yes, Your Honor.
Satisfied, Ms. Cole?
Yes, Your Honor, I am.
You have satisfied the plea is no involuntary and accurate. I'll accept the same. So, Mr. Howard, do you want to have a license?
Oh, yeah, of course I do. Yes, I do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so what has been the biggest impediment, the biggest barrier for you to be able to get your license?
Well, the biggest impediment, Your Honor, the reason I was even operating the vehicle was because I was trying to get funds to do that very thing. I had recently lost my job, and that's why I was trying to get money, the funds to do that. And, I've been interviewing different places, and that was just the way. It was just like I had nothing that was bringing in income. And that was the only thing possible that I knew that I can get money and just see it. And then I just got pulled over, and then that's how we ended up here.
He said he checked with the Secretary of State because I had asked him to do that he can't take a test until August. Is that what you found out, Mr. Howard?
Yeah. And I've had a license before, and it was in another state. And so when I was pulled over, it said that it was, I can't remember what the term was that they said. It was nothing there, basically.
Wait, why did they say that you can't take a test until August? Because I'm looking at your record, and that doesn't. Is there something going on in a different state that's preventing you?
No. I think that was just a misunderstanding. It was mainly the cost that goes along with getting the license. I just honestly, Your Honor, just didn't have it, to make the payment to get a driver's license at this time.
Oh, so right. So he was thinking maybe August he'd be able to have
Yeah,
the money. So it is a
that's why I was
financial
giving
issue.
him, right. That's why I was giving him background because that I am up for a couple of different jobs. And so that's why I said I would probably need another 30 days in order to get that. So I think that just may have gotten lost in the translation.
Well,
With me.
so yeah, Mr. Howard, I think it would be there'll be a fee to actually take the test because
Yeah,
because you haven't had a license since 2017, they're gonna make you do a written test and a road test, so you'll need the funds for both. I get that. I do wonder too, like, is the Miller address still good?
yes, it is, Your Honor.
Now, you might want to take a look too, if you get to August and you still don't have the funds, you might want to look up, they have different, what they call road to restoration clinics. And they're all over the state of Michigan. There's one at, I guess the closest one to us would be Eastern Market on September 1st. And sometimes at these clinics, there are community partners like United Way that, that pay some of those fees. Now, I'm hoping that you'll be in a position by August to be able to
Yeah.
pay for your written test, to be able to pay for a road test. But I want you to be aware that September 1st, Eastern Market, the Secretary of State has a clinic there that you could go to, and they could, there's usually a community partner that can support some of those fees. But in the meantime, like, I'm not gonna sentence you to any fines and costs right now. I'm just gonna delay this. I'm gonna set this out 4 months. We're still just gonna continue to, obviously, we'll send you notice. If you run into any issues, you're gonna have specialty attorneys that will be available to work with you. But I think the path is pretty straightforward, Mr. Howard. You just gotta save up enough money to take the written and the road, and then you should be good.
Okay, well, thank you so much for Your Honor. I really appreciate it.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you, Ms. Cole, for this, and Mr. Howard, I'll see you
Thank you.
back in about 4 months. And once you get your license, then I will greatly reduce any fines and costs and give you plenty of time to pay. Okay?
Okay, thank you so much. Have a great day. I appreciate it.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Ms.
Your Honor.
Cole. All right. All right, Mr. Gonzalez, I think I have your clients here now.
Yep, they should both be ready.
And then we talked to John about the
Ms. Chappelle will call.
Ms. Chappelle is coming. Great. Okay. I'm not quite sure. Um, Mr. Gonzalez, how to enforce this. They're both going to be civil infractions. There's part of a plea bargain here, but I'm not quite sure. I guess the plea is contingent on that. If they don't do it, the original charge can be reinstated.
I believe, after talking to the prosecutor, the other attorneys handling the other matters, that would be part of the deal. Maybe have a review in a month before they go back to school. I know they're both in college. Maybe we could handle it that way. I believe the offer would be to a public nuisance, 10 hours community service, and then an alcohol awareness class.
Right. It's Okay, calling case numbers 26-00826 and 26-00828, people versus Ava Blonsky and Kylie Dunn.
Ready, Your Honor. Juan Gonzalez appearing on both Ms. Dunn and Blonsky, who are both here via Zoom and also consenting to having this hearing via Zoom. Can you guys unmute your devices and state your name for the record?
Ava Blonsky.
Kylie Dunn.
My name is Ava Blonsky.
All right, today's date and time set for a pretrial. The original allegations are that both of these individuals were in possession of fake identifications, obviously with the intent to obtain access to locations that are prohibited to enter into based on their age. And it looks like Mr. Gonzalez has worked out a very favorable resolution that will result in a non-reportable civil infraction that will not go on their criminal or driving records. Mr. Gonzalez, you've talked to them about, what they're going to need to do to secure this resolution, because as I've said, it's my understanding that they're getting this reduction. But if they don't follow through on the fine, they don't follow through on the community service, they don't follow through on the alcohol awareness class, that the prosecutor reserves the right to reinstate these charges.
That's correct, Your Honor.
All right. So Ms. Blonsky, to the charge of public nuisance, do you plead responsible?
Yes.
And Ms. Dunn?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. So what kind of time frame, Mr. Gonzalez, realistically, should we put in place for these two to be able to get their work done?
I believe they could get it done in 30 days, but just to be cautious, I would just ask for 60 days. I know that they're both returning to their universities at the end of August. You guys could probably get that done in 30 days, correct?
Yes.
So we'll need to provide for them information about an alcohol awareness class. Can you call down to Lexi real quick, because I don't think Sarah's here, please, and just we need the name and of a alcohol awareness class that we use, intro level. All right, Ms. Dunn and Ms. Blonsky, write down this phone number. All right, it's 248-246-3670. And you'll be able to find, that's our probation department, and they'll give you an online alcohol awareness class and a list of approved community service partners that are local, that you can take care of in the next 30 days. I'll set it for a review in 90 days, but it'll be on Zoom. So you can always just zoom in. We can confirm that all these things are done. The public nuisance is a $500 fine. So I want to give you plenty of time to take care of that as well. So the 90 days, we just need the proof of community service. You just need to send that into the court. The alcohol awareness class, they'll give you a certificate, but they'll also notify us. We can verify that. So when you get done with the class, just make sure you have your certificate, and then just take care of the $500 fine in the next 90 days. And then this misdemeanor charge that's being dismissed today will stay dismissed, which I think is the absolutely most important part about all of this. Is the last thing that you need as you're building, your adult life, is something that paints a picture of you into every interview room you go into, every grad school you apply to. We don't have time for that. I'm hoping that the lesson has already been learned, and you just need to follow the rules, and don't put anything that you're trying to build at risk. Mr. Gonzalez, anything else?
No, Your Honor, I appreciate it. I think they learned their lesson again. They're both going back to school, no criminal history. I think this was a big wake-up call for them.
Well, I have every confidence they can get this done. It's certainly an expensive lesson, but I think they'll know now more than their peers. There are going to be individuals out there that they'll see, certainly on college campuses and even next summer, that won't have the hard-earned wisdom that they will have in place. So good luck to you both.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, and McNee, we've got another attorney for that. And then do you have leak, Mr. Gonzalez? I've got a Priscilla. Is that yours, Priscilla Leak?
Yeah, I believe she didn't show up last time. Is she here?
I don't see Miss Leak. McKenna, will you go to the Berkeley prosecutor and see if you can leak file? We have another non-appearance. Just hang tight, Mr. Gonzalez, and then we'll call that. And I think this is the second non-appearance. And if that's the case, it'll be a bench warrant.
Understood. Thank you.
All right. So I'm ready on the part. And Mr. Bossi, are you ready on Florida?
I am, Your Honor.
Good. That one as well. Okay, so Mr. Steinberg, Mr. Liebhardt, Mr. Bazzi, Ms. Florea, we're going to go right into your pleas. Let me get Mr. Gonzalez out of here with the bench warrant. Mr. Gonzalez, 26-00593, 26-01119, Priscilla Leak.
Ready, Your Honor. Juan Gonzalez appearing on behalf of Ms. Leak.
Ms. Leak has failed to appear for the second time. In addition, after she picked up the offense for driving while suspended on April 18th, if she did show up today, we're going to arraign her on a new offense of driving while license suspended. And she does not, appear to be all that interested in showing up to court, which is a disappointment. So if you have no explanation for her absence, the court has no choice but to issue a bench warrant.
Your Honor, I did speak with her multiple times. I believe there was one ticket out of Oak Park that was holding up for her getting her license. I know she's elderly, working, but did leave multiple voicemails and emails.
Yeah, I mean, I think that we even helped at some point in time, helped her get her license back. And then she picked up a new ticket out of Oak Park last May, has not taken care of that ticket. And in the meantime, has picked up two new driving license suspended. So, the frustrating part on my end is that, we worked with her. She knows what she needs to do. She has one ticket to take care of, and instead of taking care of that ticket, she's picked up two new charges. So
Right.
The court unfortunately doesn't have any choice right now but to issue a bench warrant.
Understood.
Thank you.
Thank you, Judge. Have a good day.
All right, Justin Liebhardt, 26-00731. Mr. Steinberg. Oh, you're on mute. I think Mr. Steinberg's on mute. Mr. Steinberg, are you with me? Is he frozen? Mr. Steinberg, are you there? Mr. Steinberg, can you hear me? I muted. All right, well, Mr. Steinberg, can you hear me?
Yes. Once you plead guilty, there will be no trial. You understand that?
Mr. Steinberg, can you hear me?
I'm doing a plea in front of Judge Kay.
In any way to
Then take care of that. We'll talk later.
Thank you.
already discussed.
All right, so let's go to Mr. Bazzi. Daniela Florea, 2600126.
Good morning, Your Honor. Hassan Bezip, 78448 on behalf of Ms. Florea, who is present. Ms. Florea, can you state your name for the record, please? Unmute and state your name.
Yes, sir. My name is Daniela Floria.
Your Honor, I had a chance to talk to the prosecutor and my client. They are willing to reduce this case to a driving while visibly impaired, and my client wishes to accept that response, the guilty plea on that.
Okay, Ms. Florea, please raise your right hand. Other one? You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes, sir.
All right, please put your hand down. All right, Ms. Florea, can you read, write, and understand the English language?
Yes, sir.
Can you hear and understand me?
Yes, Your Honor.
Have you had a full chance to discuss this with your attorney?
Yes, sir.
Are you satisfied with his advice?
Yes, sir.
Are you pleading guilty to operating while visibly impaired? That's a misdemeanor charge, carrying with it a maximum possible fine of $300 plus costs and up to 93 days in jail, all at this court's discretion. Before you enter a plea, you should understand you have the right to represent yourself or be represented by an attorney. If you cannot afford an attorney, one would be appointed for you at public expense. You have the right to a trial, either by me or by a jury. At that trial, you'd have the right to confront, cross-examine, question all witnesses brought against you. You'd have the right to have the court subpoena witnesses on your behalf. You'd have the right to testify if you wanted to, remain silent if you wanted to, and no one could say anything about you remaining silent. As you appear before this court, you're presumed innocent of this charge, and your guilt has to be proven beyond a reasonable doubt. Ms. Florea, do you understand that once you enter a plea, you give up all those rights that I just said that you have in a trial?
Yes, sir.
Once you plead guilty, there'll be no trial. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
Has anybody promised you or threatened you in any way?
No, sir.
Is it your own choice to do this?
Yes, sir.
All right, directing your attention to January 25th. Let's see here. January 25th of this year, 2026, were you operating a motor vehicle in the area of 11 Mile and Coolidge in the city of Berkeley?
Yes, sir.
All right, at some point in time, did you have contact with police?
Yes, sir.
All right, did they have you step out of your vehicle, do field sobriety tests, like walk and turn, those types of things?
Yes, sir.
And then were you placed under arrest?
Yes, sir.
Okay, transported back to the Berkeley Police Department?
Yes, sir.
And did you do a breath test or a blood draw at that time?
Yes, sir.
It was a breath
test?
the breath
Yeah.
test,
It was a breath. Sorry.
All right. Counsel, for purposes of this, please stipulate to a 0.164, 0.169.
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Florea, what did you drink to get to that bodily alcohol content? Beer, wine, liquor, what was it?
I'll be honest, initially it started with just a couple beers, and then later throughout the night, I secured a ride, or so I thought. And then it was just, I thought I was okay, and I had
Was
a
it,
ride.
what kind of alcohol was it? Ms. Florea? Was it
Just like,
shots?
yeah, it was a couple beers and then some shots.
What was
Okay,
in those
well,
shots? What kind of shots?
Just straight tequila.
Okay.
All right, looking back on it now with the benefit of hindsight, would you agree that that alcohol that you just told me you consumed, that substantially affected to your ability to operate your vehicle in a normal manner?
It did affect me, yes.
Okay.
I'm satisfied, Your Honor.
I too am satisfied the plea is knowing, voluntary, and accurate. I'll accept the same. I'm going to order a alcohol screening and assessment. And my staff will set up a sentencing date. Now, I'm not going to I'm not gonna to sugarcoat this. I mean, obviously the facts here, excuse me, are quite problematic. In the vehicle, at basically double the legal limit. In a vehicle with some front end damage and a lot of things that don't look great in that situation. But ma'am, I will note for the record that you have, for the most part, stayed on top of your, check-ins with pretrial services. Now, it's my understanding that we had some missed screens that it looks like you may have taken them. Did you do makeup tests for these?
Yes, sir, I did. I went on the next available day like we've discussed last time, and I've sent my time card to the lawyer.
Judge, if I may.
That's fine. I just wanted to double check that you did go the next day.
Yeah, 100%. I never missed a day.
All right. So the key is, Ms. Loria, continue to stay locked in with that. Because what I used this period of time on probation, I use that as a reason for me not to jump to a jail sentence, not to figure out a way to put you in jail, but rather to look for reasons why a probation, a community supervision sentence makes more sense, that I don't need to grab your attention with a jail sentence. I already have your attention. And so just continue to stay locked in. Just say to yourself, every time you go in and test and you're testing negative, that's another way that you're demonstrating to this court that we could go forward with straight probation. Okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, Mr. Bozzi, anything else for the record?
No, Judge, and they'll send us notices of all those pre-sentencing report dates and everything, right?
Absolutely.
Thank you, Judge. Have a good day and your staff.
All right, you as well. Good luck, ma'am.
Judge
Thank
Meinecke,
you.
I'm now available. Thank you.
Very good. You just need to check in. I'm gonna call your case next, Mr. Abdo. It looks like I got some.
Yeah, it's gonna be if we can do accident, it's gonna be a plea to a civil infraction, and I do not believe Mr. Smithberger is gonna be with us today. But that's not till 9:45.
All right, we'll tread water on that one for a minute.
Yep.
All right, I got Mr. Lee Park. I got Mr. Exton. Are you there?
Miss Exton?
Yep, I'm here.
Miss Exton, are you there?
Yeah.
So this is just a plea to expired plates. That's fine. 2600-78798. De jure Exton.
For the record, Your Honor, Sherman Abbott on behalf of Miss Exton, today's the time and date scheduled for a pretrial. Your Honor, we reached a resolution where the original counts will be dismissed. Besides the expired plates, my client will be responsible to explain to her rights to have a trial. She knows her rights to by taking a plea. Does not object this hearing is being conducted via Zoom today.
Ms. Exton, to the charge of expired plates, do you plead responsible?
Yes.
All right, so the misdemeanor, no insurance, that's dismissed. The other defective equipment, that's dismissed. All that's left is the $130 expired plate, which, by the way, does not carry any points, does not even go on your driving road. So, Ms. Exton, realistically, if I give you 90 days to pay, is that enough time to take care of it?
Yes.
She'll pay it today.
Even better, Ms. Exton.
Yeah,
All right, good luck, ma'am.
But can you pay it today, Miss Exton? That's what you said on the phone. Can you or no?
No, I can't pay it today.
Oh, 90 days. I'm sorry, Your Honor. I missed.
That's fine. I gave her the 90 days, ma'am. Just
Thank
make
you.
sure it's done in the next 3 months, and that'll close this out for good, okay?
Thank you.
Good luck. All right, Justin Leapart, 2600-731.
Ready, Your Honor. Michael Steinberg, P43481. On behalf of Mr. Lee Part, we've resolved this case. With impaired. We consent to being on Zoom.
Very good. All right, Mr. Leapart, can you hear me okay?
Yes, again.
All right, please raise your right hand, sir. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
All right, please put your hand down, sir. All right, Mr. Leapart, can you read, write, and understand the English language?
Yes.
Can you hear and understand me?
Yes.
Have you had a full chance to talk to your lawyer about this?
Yes.
And are you satisfied with your attorney's advice?
Yes.
You're pleading guilty to operating while visibly impaired. That's a misdemeanor charge, carrying with it a maximum possible fine of $300 plus costs and up to 93 days in jail, all at this court's discretion. Before you enter a plea, you should understand you have the right to represent. Hold on a second.
All at this court's discretion. Before you enter
Before you enter a plea, you should understand you have the right to represent yourself or be represented by an attorney. If you cannot afford an attorney, one will be appointed for you at public expense. You have the right to a trial, either by me or by a jury. At that trial, you'd have the right to confront, cross-examine, question all witnesses brought against you. You'd have the right to have the court subpoena witnesses on your behalf. You'd have the right to testify if you wanted to, remain silent if you wanted to, and no one could say anything about you remaining silent. As you appear before this court, you're presumed innocent of these charges, and your guilt has to be proven beyond a reasonable doubt. Sir, do you understand that once you enter a plea, you give up all those rights that I just said that you'd have in a trial?
Yes,
Once you plead guilty, there won't be a trial. You understand that?
I do.
Has anybody promised you anything other than the chance to get your charge reduced? Any other promises?
No.
Is it your own choice to do this?
Yes.
All right, directing your attention to May 6th of this year, 2026. Were you operating a motor vehicle in the area of 12 Mile Cumberland in the city of Berkeley?
Yes.
Were you stopped by the police?
Yes, I was.
And did they have you do some field sobriety tests? Have you step out of your vehicle, do like walk and turn, one leg stand, stuff like that?
Yes.
And then after they did all that, did they place you under arrest?
Yes, they did.
All right, and then they took you back to the station and you did a breath test there, right?
Yes.
All right, Mr. Steinberg, for purposes of this, please stipulate to a .128.
Yes.
All right, Mr. Liebhart, what did you drink to get to that bodily alcohol content? Was it beer, wine, liquor? What was it?
It was a combination of beer and whiskey.
Looking back on it now, with the benefit of hindsight, would you agree that your ability to operate that vehicle in a normal manner was substantially affected by your consumption of?
Yes, it was affected.
Satisfied, Mr. Steinberg?
I am, Judge.
I too am satisfied that the plea is knowing, voluntary, and accurate. I will accept the same. The original 2 counts are dismissed. Mr. Liebhart is on top of his testing. Perfect. Let's just keep that up. And I'll see him back here for sentencing. And Mr. Liebhart, like I said to Mr. Florea, everything you do now will help me have a justification, have a reason to give you straight probation rather than any upfront jail. So everything you're doing now matters and is acknowledged and appreciated by the court. So please stay locked in. It will make your future road that much easier. Okay?
Okay.
All right, Mr. Steinberg, anything else?
No, sir. Thank you for your time today.
Thank you. Mr. Liebhart, good luck.
All right. Thank you.
All right, Mr. Manunian, do you need to speak with flight test?
I don't believe so, Your Honor. I believe we're ready to go.
Okay.
Thank you, mijo.
Okay, all right. Sorry about that. I was looking for the file and it's right in front of me. All right, 2600612, Amakar Pleites.
Yes, sir. Good morning, Your Honor. Max Manugian appearing on behalf of Amilcar Pleites. Mr. Pleites, please state your name for the record.
Pues decirle tú, el juez tu nombre y apellido.
Amilcar Antonio Alas Pleites, mi nombre completo.
That's my full name.
Thank you. All right, Mr. Nasani, please raise your right hand. You solemnly swear to translate the Spanish language to English and English to Spanish without revealing any confidential communication to the best of your ability, so help you God?
I shall swear.
Thank you, Mr. Nasani. Okay, so it's my understanding that there is a plea resolution in this case.
Este es yo entiendo que hay una resolución de declararse culpable en este caso.
That Mr. Pleites will be pleading guilty as charged, but be given the opportunity to keep these charges off his record. Mr. Nasani, did I lose Mr. Nasani? Mr. Nasani, are you there?
Hacerse estos cargos.
We lost, we
Tener-
lost you. We lost you, Mr. Nasani. Can you hear us now?
Yeah, I saw my screen went down. Okay.
Well, Mr. Nasani, you froze, so I shut down your video so that we could at least get audio.
I apologize. Yeah, I'm gonna walk to the street here. I think, unfortunately, or I'm gonna have to get my laptop on. But I better pick up on the street. But yeah, señor Pleites, te estaba diciendo que el abogado recomienda que te declares culpable, pero con la oportunidad de no tener una mancha permanente en tu historial. Si tú cumples con los órdenes del juez, no vas a tener ningún delito en tu historial personal.
Ok, la pregunta es dónde yo tendría que cumplir con toda la orden que él me diga, porque yo estoy dispuesto a hacer lo que él me ordene, pero dónde tendría que hacerlo.
My only question is that's okay, but my only question is where would I have to fulfill the requirements of my sentence? Understanding that Your Honor is going to order some.
Very good. So I understand that it's my understanding that he lives out of state, and we can order him to do things, and they can be done locally where he lives.
Yo sí sé.
And Judge, I think that there is some information that I would like to place on the record before we go forward with the plea.
Okay, so the issue we're running into though is Mr. Nasani keeps breaking up. So I can't.
I'm sorry. Your Honor, I might have to go onto my laptop. I'm all the way out on the street here.
Okay, yeah, it's you're Mr. Nasani, you're breaking up pretty significantly. So I can wait for you to return if you can get to your laptop. Is that possible?
Yeah, give me 3 minutes. I should be able to get the laptop ready to go in 3 minutes.
Yeah, Mr. Meinecke, I'm guessing there's some information that you need to put on the record. I just want to make sure that Mr. Pleites can understand everything. So just bear with me. Jada Davis, 2600878.
Good morning, Your Honor. Joe Sherman on behalf of Ms. Davis, who is present via Zoom. We have had a chance to speak with the prosecutor on this matter. The prosecution has agreed to dismiss the one count of allowing an unlicensed person to drive if my client pleads responsible to the civil infraction of impeding traffic. Gone over that with my client. She is willing to plead responsible to that added count of impeding traffic.
All right, Ms. Davis, to the reduced charge of impeding traffic, do you plead responsible?
Yes.
All right, it doesn't carry any points. It doesn't go on your record. It does have a fine, but I'll give you time to pay on it. So it's $175 if I give you, is 2 months time to pay enough?
Yes, that's enough.
All right, just to play it safe, Ms. Davis, I'll say 90 days, 3 months.
Okay.
If you need more time than that, Ms. Davis, all you have to do is call the court. So, you know, if you get to, it's getting close to Halloween and you don't have the money, just reach out to us and I can extend it. All right?
Okay.
All right, good luck, ma'am.
Thank you.
Judge.
All right, Mr. Dean, are you ready to go?
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right. Mr. Abdo, it also looks like I have Stacy Williams here. Do you? And Mr. Dean, is your client here?
You would know better than I. I did talk with him, told him, asked him to be here. I
Okay,
never
so
really.
I got two, so I got two unidentified individuals. So let me see if I can identify those. I got somebody in a purple hoodie. It just says iPhone. I need you to unmute. State your name.
Desmond Spencer.
All right, Mr. Dean, do you need to speak with Mr. Spencer?
No, Your Honor, we talked, but I would like to elocute regarding the recommendation and see what you say. This is the first time for me, the prosecutor indicated that she's not willing to put in Operation Drive because of the extensive points that he has. So, and the fact that he caught one while he was after this case.
Well, he could still potentially get into Operation Drive. He just doesn't get the reduction in charge. He can always get potentially a reduction in fines and costs.
That's fine. Then. Yeah, I just wasn't sure how it worked, Your Honor. So we would go that way.
Here's the deal. I mean, I try to work with people, and if Mr. Spencer is not willing to, do the right thing and take care of his license the right way, then yeah, he's going to be looking at the max fines and costs that I could possibly give him. But if he actually recognizes that he's in this spot because he continues to drive on a suspended license and drive in a dangerous way, if he's willing to change his ways and can get his license the right way and drive appropriately, then that's still a positive outcome. We've taken somebody who was a danger on the roadway, get them to care about their license, and potentially moving forward, be safer on the roadways. But I mean, Mr. Spencer will reveal himself quickly to me if he becomes part of our program. He doesn't do what he's supposed to do. Then the court can give maximum fines and costs later. I don't have to do it right now. If I could try to get Mr. Spencer to change his ways.
No, thank you, Your Honor. I wasn't even sure if he was able to enter the gate. I wasn't sure if he was able to even start to participate. So I talked to him about it.
He's allowed to participate, but there's a huge note put on his file saying if he picks up any new charges, if he engages and if he keeps driving, those types of things, then he's kicked out of the program. But if Mr. Spencer is ready to, because looking at his license, if he's ready to, put aside foolishness, because there's no other way to describe the way that he's been driving. I mean, to pick up the sheer amount of points that he did, and basically, I mean, I've got from his driving record starts June 6th of 2024. So in the last 2 years, he's accumulated an extreme amount of points, to the point where the Secretary of State suspended him. And then even after they suspended him, he picked up another driving ticket out of Detroit earlier this year. So, I mean, right now I can see why the prosecutors is determined that Mr. Spencer is a dangerous driver. But if he actually wants to try to learn and put aside these things, then he could still be part of our program. He just won't receive the reduction in charge. He could receive a reduction in fines and costs.
Thank you, Your Honor. I did have the opportunity to talk with Mr. Spencer. I didn't speak to him as eloquently as you did, and just sort of matter of fact, but he indicates that he would like the opportunity to change his ways when we were talking and obtain a license. He basically is now in a managerial role as at Little Caesars, managing a store at 13 in Southfield. So seems to me that he's trying to, hopefully has the opportunity now to change his ways, and we'll find out, I guess.
Yes, we will. Yes, we will. Okay. All right. So, so we're ready on Spencer. And I have Mr. Nasani back now. And Mr. Abdo, I'm going to be finishing my plea on Whitez, and taking a plea on Spencer. Do you want to get in on Williams? Are you there, Mr. Abdo? I got lost, Mr. Abdo. Okay. All right. So, Mr. Nasani, are you back?
Yeah, I'm in a different location down the street, so hopefully that'll work better.
All right. We're back on the record on 26-00612. Mr. Dean, I apologize. I do need to get my interpreter on the way, so I'm going to finish this one, and then we'll get right into Mr. Spencer. All right, we finished. We just were getting started in the plea taking process. So I can't recall specifically where we're at. So I believe I placed him under oath, didn't I? No. Okay, Mr. Plantes, please raise your right hand.
¿Tú puedes levantar tu mano derecha?
All right. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
¿Usted jura decir la verdad y toda la verdad y nada más que la verdad?
Sí, señor, juro.
Yes, I swear, Your Honor.
All right, go and put your hand down.
¿Puedes bajar tu mano?
Okay.
All right, Mr. Plantes, you're pleading guilty to disorderly conduct and carrying a concealed weapon, local misdemeanor charge.
Estás declarándote culpable a conducta desordenada y también llevar una arma escondida, lo cual son cargos delitos menores.
Your Honor, these are, with the court's permission, these are going to be no contest pleas, with the reason being civil liability. And then there was some facts that I wanted to place on the record before we go forward with the plea.
Con su permiso, su señoría, estas declaraciones no van a ser culpables, solamente no cantes, no lo disputo. Y eso, la razón por eso es porque yo no quiero que mi cliente sufra responsabilidad civil por estas declaraciones.
All right, Mr. Meinecke, let's start first with what you want to place on the record.
Empezamos con lo que quieres decir, señor Meinecke.
Thank you, Your Honor. I have spoken at length with Mr. Plantes at the previous hearing as well as this morning.
Yo mismo sí hablé bastante con el señor Plantes, no solamente la vez pasada, pero también esta mañana.
And I first want to say that I do not believe that there is any issue related to his mental competency to stand trial and assist in his own defense.
Primero quiero decir que yo no creo que él tiene una deficiencia mental para poder tener juicio si quiere y poder defenderse a sí mismo.
I have explained to him that I do believe that there would be a very viable insanity defense in this case.
Yo mismo le expliqué a mi cliente que yo creo que hay una razón bastante suficiente para creer que declararse mentalmente deficiente podría ser una defensa propia en este caso.
And I have explained to him what the legal consequences and outcome would be if an insanity defense was successfully asserted.
Y yo le expliqué también cuáles serían las consecuencias legales y el resultado legal si uno decide batear el caso declarándose mentalmente insano.
I have also discussed with him the 771.1 statute and the program that goes along with it, and the likely sentence and what it would entail for him from this court.
Pero también le hablé del estatuto 771, la oferta que están dando y la sentencia probable y el castigo dado más probable que él va a obtener en este caso.
And it is my understanding that it is his choice, after weighing the likely outcomes of either pleading under 771.1 versus successfully asserting an insanity defense in this matter, that he would prefer the outcome of pleading under 771.1, as it would avoid any type of record of this conviction or possible mental health adjudication going on his record.
Yo le expliqué en detalle que las opciones que tiene. Uno, siendo que puede batear el caso y declararse mentalmente insano, y el otro sería bajo el estatuto 771.1, que él puede declararse no lo disputo, no contest, y no tener permanentemente, si cumple con todo con éxito, que no tener permanentemente una mancha en su historia personal y tampoco evidencia de inestabilidad mental.
Mr. Pleites, is that your understanding of the facts as we talked about earlier?
Señor Pleites, de lo que hablé y de lo que hablamos antes, y lo que estoy diciendo al juez ahorita, es lo que usted comprende.
Sí.
Yes.
And this is your choice to plead no contest today.
Y es tu elección libre declararte no contest, no lo disputo hoy. ¿Sí?
Yo no sabría cómo contestar, porque la verdad no sé el caso, cómo me afectaría si yo me declaro no culpable o declararme culpable. El problema es que en este caso no contesto porque no, siento que yo estaba siendo obligado a hacer algo por miedo. Yo tenía miedo ese día. Entonces, si yo me declaro culpable, eso quiere decir que yo estoy aceptando que en mi mente yo no entiendo. Pero
I'm not sure whether to plead guilty, what to say in regarding the pleading guilty or pleading not guilty. And that's why I was looking at the no contest as a possibility, because the way I acted that day was out of fear.
So the no contest plea, just please remind him that the no contest plea, he doesn't have to say anything about the incident. I rely on the police report, and he's not fighting the allegation anymore. He's accepting what he's been charged with. But even if I accept the plea, he still gets a chance to keep the charge off his record as long as he, follows my rules while he lives in Georgia.
Sí, la declaración de no contest es algo en lo cual usted no tiene que confesar nada. Solamente el juez en este incidente, en este caso, va a usar lo que escribió la policía contra usted y va a basar la evidencia únicamente en el informe de la policía. Y no tienes que confesar o culpa. Solamente que si tú cumples mis órdenes en Georgia con éxito, vas a tener la oportunidad con esto, no tener una mancha permanente criminal.
Es que eso es lo que yo quiero. Quiero, o sea, siento de que no es mi culpa, todo lo que pasó fue provocación y siento de que no es correcto que se me trate como un criminal o un culpable o algo cuando usted tiene miedo, trata la manera de usted salvarse. Run for your life. That's what I was doing today.
Yeah, I mean, I understand, but I also don't feel that my actions that day were, criminal actions. And, I was acting out of fear and protection for myself because I had been provoked that day.
Todo lo otro es que lo que el juez decida, no conteste, yo me puedo declarar. Lo que el abogado me aconseje que yo tenga que hacer, yo lo voy a hacer. Y los cargos que el juez me diga, yo voy a perseguir el caso.
But the advice of my lawyer saying to no contest, I will accept that, and whatever the judge decides to as the sentence, I will accept and fulfill that too.
Okay, so I want to make sure that he has fully considered all of his options, and he is deciding that his best option is to plead no contest, and that's what he wants me to do.
Pero yo como el juez quiero estar seguro que usted ha tomado en cuenta todas sus opciones y tú consideras no contest, no lo disputo, la mejor opción y es lo que quieres hacer.
Puede preguntarme al abogado qué me recomienda él, porque pues yo en este caso yo no sé nada de abogado, no sé cómo trabajan las leyes y lo que él me diga, porque él ya me explicó varias cosas, pero lo que él me recomiende, si me quiere que yo me declare culpable, pues lo puedo hacer, pero pues algo que sea a mi favor, que no sea tampoco que me vaya a perjudicar demasiado.
I would just like to ask my lawyer right here, what does he recommend for me? Because I will take his advice in terms of recommendations, even if it means pleading guilty. I just don't want to do anything that puts me in a bad situation.
Once again, Mr. Pleites, you are not pleading guilty. You're pleading no contest. You don't have to make any admissions of guilt on the record. And secondly, I do believe that this is the best outcome for you.
Okay, let's do that.
Okay.
I agree with you. And
in Spanish, Mr. Pleites. Otra vez, yo no contest no es decir culpable. Es quedarse en silencio, no tienes que admitir nada. Y sí, yo recomiendo que usted siga esa es mi recomendación.
Okay, está bien.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay, so, all right, so Mr. Pleites wants to go forward with a no contest plea.
Entonces, es tu decisión ahora seguir adelante con no contest, con no lo disputo.
Sí.
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to start asking you some questions that are part of the whole plea taking process.
Voy a empezar a hacerte mis preguntas que son parte del requisito para aceptar una declaración de usted.
Okay.
At any point in time, if you change your mind, it's okay, just tell me.
Si tú en este momento cambias tu idea, en cualquier momento, avísame.
Okay.
All right, so I want you, it's always difficult to offer a plea of any type. But I want to make sure you at least feel comfortable that it's the best decision for you, even if it is a difficult one.
Siempre es difícil hacer una declaración de cualquier tipo, pero yo mismo quiero estar seguro que usted está cómodo con la decisión que estás haciendo en este caso.
Okay.
Okay. So as long as we have that agreement, then I will take the plea, but you have to tell me if you have any reservations or if you change your mind at any point in time, you tell me and I'll stop and I'll give you more time to talk to your attorney. We can come back another day. If you want to go through with it, we can still go through with it.
Ya, mientras que tú estás cómodo, está bien, yo voy a aceptar tu declaración, pero en cualquier momento este proceso te hace incómodo y quieres consultar más con tu abogado y volver otro día a esta corte, está bien, te lo otorgo eso también.
No, prosigamos porque pues ya esto me tiene preocupado.
No, let's just go forward with this because
Okay.
it's starting to worry me.
Okay, all right. Please raise your right hand.
Levanta la mano derecha, por favor.
Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
¿Juras decir la verdad, toda la verdad y nada más que la verdad?
Juro decir la verdad.
I swear to tell the truth.
Thank you. Please put your hand down. Okay, so Mr. Pleites, you are pleading no contest to disorderly conduct and carrying a concealed weapon under local ordinance.
Estás declarándote no cantes, no lo disputo, al cargo conducta desordenada y esconder una arma que es prohibido por las reglas de la ciudad local.
Each charge carries with it, and these are maximums. These are not necessarily what the court's going to do. These are maximums. The maximum possible fine of $500 plus costs and up to 90 days in jail, all at this court's discretion.
Cada cargo lleva consigo penas máximas de 93 días en la cárcel y $500 multa, pero yo no estoy diciendo que voy a darte estas penas, solamente que son los máximos.
At this time, I do not anticipate, nor do I intend to put you in jail. My plan is to give you probation you could do in Georgia with some mental health treatment and support.
Okay.
Mi plan no es forzarte a ir a la cárcel, solamente sentenciarte a libertad condicional, lo cual puedes cumplir mis órdenes ahí mismo en Georgia, que se va a incluir a ir al consejero para salud mental.
Está bien, acepto.
All right.
Acepto, consejero.
Yes.
Okay. Now, I'm going to advise you of your rights that you would have at a trial, because once you plead no contest, there will be no trial, and I have to make sure you understand all of the trial rights you're giving up once you plead.
Voy a aconsejarte de tus derechos en un juicio, entendiendo que el momento que tú dices, tú admites no cantes, no lo disputo, ya no vas a tener juicio y estás cancelando los derechos que uno tendría si tiene juicio.
All right, you have the right, sir, to represent yourself or be represented by an attorney.
Usted mismo tiene el derecho de ser representado sin abogado o con abogado.
A mí me gustaría ser.
Déjalo explicar. Sí, solamente que sí entiendes. I said, I guess told the defendant to let you explain the rights and
Exactly. I'm going to go through all the rights, then I will ask him some more questions.
Yo nomás quiero explicarte de los derechos y después si tienes preguntas puedes preguntar.
Okay.
All right. If you cannot afford a lawyer, one would and has been appointed for you at public expense.
Si no puedes contratar un abogado, uno tiene derecho a tener un abogado asignado gratis por el costo público.
You have the right to a trial, either by me or by a jury.
Tú puedes batear el caso con juicio, con yo juzgándolo o jurados juzgándolo.
At that trial, you'd have the right to question any witness that came in against you. You'd have the right to bring in witnesses on your own behalf.
Si uno tiene juicio, uno puede interrogar los testigos que están contra uno y también si uno tiene sus propios testigos, los puede traer al juicio también.
You would have the right to testify if you wanted to, or remain silent, and no one could use your remaining silent against you.
Tú podrías testificar en tu propio juicio Y si decides no testificar y mantener silencio, nadie puede juzgarte negativamente por eso.
As you appear before this court, you are presumed innocent of these charges, and your guilt has to be proven beyond a reasonable doubt.
Cuando uno pide juicio, él es presumido inocente de los cargos y la culpa de uno tiene que ser averiguado sin duda razonable.
As you appear before this court, I want to make sure you understand that once you enter a plea, then there will be no trial, and you give up all those rights that you would have at a trial.
Yo quiero estar seguro que usted comprende que tienes derecho a un juicio si quieres, pero el momento que tú dices, aceptas una declaración para no tener juicio, estás cancelando no solamente el juicio, pero los derechos que uno tiene cuando tiene juicio.
All right, do you understand that, sir?
Eso sí lo comprende, señor. Yes.
All right, Mr. Antonio, I'm sorry, Mr. Fleites, do you understand that once you enter this plea, you're going to be placed in a diversion program, and if you follow the court's rules, these charges that you are going to be pleading to today will be dismissed when we're done with probation?
Tú comprendes, señor Pleites, que en el momento que tú dices no lo disputo, no cantes, que voy a ponerte una sentencia, pero con la promesa que si tú cumples todos mis órdenes, ya no vas a tener una mancha criminal en tu récord y vas a salir limpio de esto?
Sí.
Yes.
So after all of our discussions, is it your own choice to go forward with the plea of no contest?
Entonces, después de todo nuestra plática, nuestra conversación, ¿es tu propio albedrío libre declararte no contest en este caso? Señor?
Sí.
Yes.
Okay. All right, Mr. Pleites, I'm going to just be reviewing. It's my understanding the complaint, Mr. Manoogian, you'll stipulate to 26 BE 01927.
So stipulated, Your Honor.
Nomás voy a revisar la querella oficial que hicieron y el abogado está de acuerdo con eso.
Ok.
Bear with me 1 second.
Un momento.
Me. Good.
The ticket. So I am going to utilize the ticket, but I asked the prosecutor to supplement the police report so that the court has a full understanding of some of the details that you've described on the record. Mr. Nasati, if you could just let Mr. Pleites know that I'm utilizing the ticket and the police report, and he doesn't have to make any more comments about the incident itself.
El juez va a basar el, el no cantes usando la citación que recibiste y también lo que escribió la policía sobre el incidente. Usted no está obligado a comentar nada de lo que pasó ese día.
Okay.
All right, based on the ticket, there are details that set forth that Mr. Pleites was in the city of Berkeley on April 17th, 2026.
Basado en la citación, el 17 de abril de este año, el señor Pleites estaba ahí en la ciudad de Berkeley.
And at that time, he engaged in the offense of disorderly conduct and carrying a concealed weapon without a license.
Y en este tiempo, él participó en conducta desordenada según la policía y también esconder una arma sin licencia para esa arma.
Mr. Manoogian, are you satisfied with the stipulation to the ticket and the police report that there's a factual basis?
Yes, Your Honor.
El abogado está satisfecho que lo que leyó el juez está basado en la informe de la policía. Y
All right,
verídico.
so here's where we're going to go from here.
De aquí vamos.
Go ahead, Mr. Nasani.
De aquí vamos.
Okay.
All right, so there's no way that I can set a sentencing terms and conditions up right now. I need some more information.
Yo mismo no puedo pasar una sentencia con condiciones y reglas. Ahora voy yo mismo a necesitar más información.
Okay.
So what will happen from here is my probation department will contact you with the interpreter.
Lo que va a pasar de aquí es que mi departamento de libertad condicional van a contactarte con la ayuda del intérprete.
And they'll need to find out what community resources are near you, what type of community service options are near you, what counseling options are near you. So they're going to try to find out basically what is around you so that we can do all the things that we would do on probation here, but do them instead where you live.
Yo, el propósito de demorar este caso es dar a los de probation la oportunidad de conocer el lugar donde vives ahorita, cuáles recursos, cuáles oportunidades, cuáles recursos de consejero existe donde vives, y cuando ellos tienen un conocimiento de eso, pueden decirme a mí y yo podré pasar la sentencia.
Está bien.
That's fine.
Okay, so Mr. Manoogian, we will do a remote sentencing on this one. So Mr. Pleites can be in Georgia, you can appear on Zoom. Well, Mr. Nasani on Zoom, we'll do everything on Zoom for sentencing.
Yeah, que vamos a hacer todo por Zoom desde Georgia y también nosotros.
Okay.
All right, so I'm hoping that we can come up with a positive outcome from what sounds like a very difficult time for you, Mr. Pleites. But if we get this right, you won't have any charges on your record after this.
That's what I expect. Eso es lo que espero.
That's what I hope for.
Okay. All right. Thank you, everyone.
I've been suffer a lot. I've been pushed to do. I've been threatened. They not just threaten me. They threaten my family. Who would be the person who send you a picture of your house where you kids?
Mr. Pleites, I would advise you not to say anything more.
Oh.
So Mr. Pleites, you could let me listen to Mr. Nasani real quick because I want to make sure we communicate this effectively. All of these things that you are concerned about, I want you to tell my probation department so that they know better what's going on.
Todas esas preocupaciones que empezaste a contarme, yo recomiendo en lugar de contarme a mí que cuentas los de probation sobre estas preocupaciones para que ellos sepan.
Okay. Está bien.
All right. You're all set for today. Thank you.
Thank you.
Gracias.
Thank you, Your Honor. I also have Jeffrey Carpus up. It was up at 10 a.m. This is the second pretrial. I've had no contact with him. Is he present today?
I don't see, do I have Jeffrey Carpus here? I have somebody on a phone who needs to unmute. 313-398-6381. You need to unmute and state your name. To unmute is *6. *6 will unmute you so you can tell me your name. I want to make sure this isn't Jeffrey Carpus. Hello? And I've got somebody on an iPhone that's unidentified. I just asked an individual on an iPhone who's unidentified to unmute yourself. State your name.
John Roberson.
Roberson. Yep. Okay, so that's not.
I believe Mr. Foley wanted to touch base with Mr. Roberson.
All right, and so the only person, Mr. Median, let me take a look and see on Carpus if the phone number we received is this 313-398-6381. No, it's not a matching phone number. So on Carpus, this is 2600476. Mr. Median is here. Mr. Carpus has failed to appear for a second time. The court will issue a bench warrant, forfeit any bond, set a $5,000 cash surety or 10% bond.
Thank you very much, Your Honor.
Okay. Go forward with Mr. Spencer, whatever else is ready to go.
I like doing it.
Okay, this will be the last warning for 313-398-6381. If you do not unmute, you will have to be removed from the meeting, unfortunately. So please unmute so I can identify who this is. All right, Mr. Lahi. Mr. Falahi, you'll have to unmute. Mr. Falahi,
am I okay now? Good
you're
morning.
okay now.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. So it's my understanding that you're pleading responsible to impeding traffic and participating in a traffic class. Is that right?
Yes, I talked to the lady prosecutor and she said that I have to see you if you accept. We would like to do that.
Okay.
In order not to get any points on my record.
That's correct. There won't be any points on your record. So count one is going to be dismissed on motion of the prosecutor, and to the charge of impeding traffic, the no point ticket, do you plead responsible? Mr. Falahi, do you admit responsibility to impeding traffic, which is the non-point ticket?
Yes. Yes, Your Honor.
All right. The fine for that is $175. You posted $135, so that that will be released to apply. You will owe $40. Okay, so you'll have to pay $40, and then I'm going to have somebody bring you a blue sheet of paper that has the traffic class. It has a phone number and a website for the traffic class that you'll need to take care of, and you need to do it in 90 days. Okay.
Thank you so much. And one more question I have for you, Your Honor. The day I appealed, same day I received a State of Michigan Secretary of State sent me a letter. Should I disregard this letter?
So they probably sent you a letter saying that if you took a class for them, they would dismiss the points?
Yes, is that.
Okay, yeah, so you would only need that if the failing to yield to pedestrian was staying on your record. But because of what you did today, my staff is going to take that failing to yield off the record because the prosecutor dismissed it.
Okay.
So you won't have to do the traffic class for the Secretary of State because there's nothing to do it for. In that case, it's being taken off your record.
Thank you.
But you do need to do it for us because that's what the prosecutor required. Okay.
Okay. Thank you very much.
All right. So I'm going to have somebody bring you out this blue sheet of paper. Just take this class in 90 days. Okay.
Thank you. I will.
All right. Ken, what do you think it's doing?
And how long do I have time to pay the rest of the fee, the $40?
Can you get it done in the $40? Can you get it done in a couple weeks?
Okay. I'm going to just take care of it today downstairs. Yeah.
Even better.
Yeah.
Okay. Good luck.
Thank you very much. Have a wonderful day. Thank you.
You as well. So Desmond Spencer, 2600857 and 2600760. Sorry, Mr. Dean.
Michael Dean, P32631, on behalf of Mr. Spencer. We agree to conduct this proceeding today by Zoom. Mr. Spencer, state your name for his honor.
Mr. Spencer, did we lose him? He's here. He just wanted to, no, he's not responding. All right, I'm gonna keep watching for him. As soon as I see him unmute, Mr. Dean, I'll go right to it. I appreciate your patience. I know the interpreter case took a little bit longer.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Mr. Spencer, just need you to unmute.
Yes. Yes.
There he is. Okay. All right. Mr. Addo, are you ready on Williams?
I see the breakout room with her, and I'm being invited right now. Thank you.
Very good. Kelly, are you ready on Roberson as well?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so we can do Spencer, Roberson.
And Mr. McNee's ready as well, Judge.
Okay, McNee. And I'll be able to get to Mr. Hampton in just a moment. Very good. Okay. All right, so I've already called the cases on Spencer. Mr. Roberson, 2600394.
Good morning, Your Honor. Elizabeth Chappelle on behalf of Mr. Roberson. Sir, state your full name for the judge, please.
John Roberson.
Thank you. Your Honor, date and time set for an adjourned pretrial. I'm thankful that Ms. Hamame reopened the discussions regarding the conclusion of this matter, which is much more favorable to Mr. Roberson today. He's prepared to enter a plea to the added count of allowing. The speeding ticket will be amended to impeding, and Mr. Roberson understands that and is ready to go, Judge.
Very good, and it looks to me he's going to be able to retain his valid license then.
That's correct.
Well, that's great news, Mr. Roberson, and I am just very hopeful. And it's actually, I'm so glad that you're here because Mr. Spencer is dealing with very much the same realities that you were facing. Lots of points, lots of tickets, you know, and a real danger of losing your license for an extended period of time, if not forever. And you got your act together, you made better choices, and now you do have a valid license. That's a great example so that Mr. Spencer, as I'm going through the plea here, realizes that all he needs to do is make better decisions once he obtains his valid license, and he too can keep his license for the long term. So I am grateful, Mr. Roberson, that you were able to get your business done and see if Mr. Spencer can do the same. Mr. Spencer, Mr. Roberson, please raise your right hands. Other one, Mr. Spencer. All right, do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God, Mr. Spencer?
Yes, I
Mr.
do.
Roberson. And Mr. Roberson.
Yes, sir.
Do you swear? Okay, all right, go ahead and put your hands down, gentlemen. All right. Mr. Spencer, I don't know if can you get to an area where there's not much background noise? Can you hear me okay?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, there we go. Much better, much better. Okay. Mr. Spencer, can you read, write, and understand the English language?
Yes.
Can you hear and understand me?
Yes.
Mr. Roberson, can you read, write, and understand the English language?
Yes, sir.
Can you hear and understand me?
Yes, sir.
All right, Mr. Spencer, you're pleading guilty to the charge of driving while license suspended on one case. In the other case, the charge is being dismissed. Driving while license suspended carries with it a maximum possible fine of $500 plus costs and up to 93 days in jail, all at this court's discretion. Mr. Roberson, you're pleading guilty to allowing a licensed person to drive and impeding traffic. Allowing a licensed person to drive is a misdemeanor carrying with it a maximum possible fine of $500 plus costs and up to 93 days in jail, all at this court's discretion. The impeding just carries a fine. Gentlemen, before you enter a plea, you should understand you have the right to represent yourself or be represented by an attorney. If you cannot afford an attorney, one will be appointed for you at public expense. You have the right to a trial, either by me or by a jury. At that trial, you'd have the right to confront, cross-examine, question all witnesses brought against you. You'd have the right to have the court subpoena witnesses on your behalf. You'd have the right to testify if you wanted to, remain silent if you wanted to, and no one could say anything about you remaining silent. As you appear before this court, you're presumed innocent of this charge, and your guilt has to be proven beyond a reasonable doubt. Mr. Spencer, do you understand that once you enter a plea, you give up all those rights that I just said that you have at a trial?
Yes, I do.
Mr. Roberson, do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
All right, Mr. Spencer, do you understand that once you enter a plea, there'll be no trial?
Yes.
Do you understand that, Mr. Roberson?
Yes, sir.
All right, has anybody promised you or threatened you in any way to get you to give up your rights and enter a plea other than the reduction in charge, Mr. Spencer?
No.
Mr. Roberson?
No.
In the end, is it your own choice to enter this plea, Mr. Spencer?
Yes, it is.
And Mr. Roberson?
Yes, sir.
All right. Mr. Spencer, directing your attention to May 9th of this year, 2026, were you driving a motor vehicle on Greenfield, Catalpa in the city of Berkeley?
I was.
And at that time, was your license suspended?
Yes, it was.
All right, satisfied, Mr. Dean?
Yes, Your Honor.
I too am satisfied the plea is knowing, voluntary, and accurate. I will accept the same. On file number 2600857, that case is dismissed as part of the plea bargain. Now, Mr. Spencer, I'm always willing to work with somebody who wants to make a significant change. But I'm no fool, and your record says that perhaps you're someone who the court shouldn't invest time, energy, and effort, that you really don't care about doing things the right way with your license, and you're just going to continue to drive without one and drive poorly. My hope is that maybe if given some direction, some structure, that you'll start to have some, respect for the roadway, have some respect for yourself on this. But I don't want to waste your time. I don't want to waste my time. Ms. Chappelli is one of our specialty attorneys. You're probably going to be working with her if you enter our program. I don't want to waste her time. So, Mr. Spencer, why now? Why now is it that you see the light and you don't want to be, put in this situation ever again? Oh, did I just lose him? Mr. Spencer?
Yes. I want my license. I'm 45 years old. I know I Was driving on a suspended.
You're muted now, Mr. Spencer, you're muted. Can you hear me? I can hear you now, go ahead.
Yeah, I know I was on a suspended license, trying to get back to work, but I know I shouldn't have been doing that. 45 years old. My driver record
Mr. Spencer,
comes from unpaid tickets.
Yeah, Mr. Spencer.
Yes. Yeah.
So if you're 45 years old, I mean, you got to be tired of this, and you have to realize, starting now, that you are the author. You have created the situation for yourself, and it's more. And Mr. Spencer, it's more than just unpaid tickets, because your license is not suspended right now for unpaid tickets. Your license is suspended because you are a bad driver. I'm gonna tell you some things, Mr. Spencer, that are hard to hear. Okay, but I'm telling you this not to rub your nose in it, or not to say that I want to figure out a way to put you in jail or any of that. But we don't do ourselves any good if we are honest about the situation. Okay, so in the last 3 years, the tickets that you have, they're not like a no proof insurance. They're not a defective equipment. Your tickets are, violation of the basic speed law, improper lane use, failing to use your signal, not disobey a traffic signal. So you either ran a stop sign or a red light. I got a couple of those tickets. And then the most recent ticket that you have from March 26th of this year in Detroit, going 49 and a 30. So let's start with the idea that up until this moment, that your license, sir, it has been properly suspended. All right. And it's best just to own it. You have not driven in a way that is deserving of a license. It doesn't mean that you can't, but I have to believe you'd agree with me that you've gotten yourself in this situation by some poor driving. Do you at least agree with me on that?
Yes, I do.
Okay. So based on this plea today, all right, and my understanding of what the Secretary of State is likely going to do, you were on a 6-month suspension. They will restart that suspension today. Okay. So you are going to have to grind out 6 months. Now, what I'm willing to do for you, Mr. Spencer, today, I could sentence you to $1,125 in fines and costs. $500 fine, $500 court costs, $125 in state costs. I really have no interest in bearing you financially like that. Instead, I'd rather hold it and give you a chance to put that money towards Ubers or Lyfts or whatever you do to not drive. Grind out the next 6 months. I'm not saying it will be easy. Nothing about it will be easy. All right. But if you don't grind it out, then the Secretary of State could potentially go to a year suspension, could eventually move to a revocation based on points. And then you're just not ever seeing your license. Then all of a sudden you're 65 and you're like, I can't remember the last time I had a license. So Mr. Spencer, I'm just telling you the lay of the land. I'm willing to offer you some grace here and say, hey, listen, I'm not going to come down on you in the fines and costs right now. I'm going to hold it. And then we're going to grind out these next 6 months together. You're not going to pick up any new offenses. You're going to show everybody, including the court system, and that you have made a change, that you are willing to follow the rules. And then when those 6 months are up, you'll be the first guy in line that day to get your license back. Now that, Mr. Spencer, I can work with. But if you're not that guy, I mean, I'm not going to be mad at you for it, but just tell me where you're at right now.
Oh, I'm willing to do that.
Okay. So, Mr. Dean, all right, here's what we're going to do. I'll put him in Operation Drive. Now, Mr. Spencer, you're going to get a letter in the mail from us. Okay. That letter is going to have all the information about Operation Drive. It's going to have some phone numbers for attorneys that you can call. But the main thing is that we're going to have to grind this out. Now, if you get a letter from the Secretary of State, okay, that says that it's not a 6-month suspension, that it's a 1-year suspension or something worse, All right, don't bail on us, don't run on us. Just come back and let us know what it is that they have to say. I think it's going to be a 6-month suspension, okay? But if it comes back and it's worse, then just rally back to us. Don't drive, all right? And let's figure out a new plan, because that's not the end of the road for us. We can take a look at it again, okay?
All right.
All right, so Mr. Spencer, I'm very hopeful today. I would love a story like in 2 seconds. I'm going to be doing the story of Mr. Roberson, who also ran into a tough spot with his license. He grinded it out, and now he has a valid license. That could be you too.
Okay.
All right. So, and we're still good to send stuff. By the way, if you change your address, let us know. But we're going to be sending stuff to that Greenfield address, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Good luck. Keep your head down. See, I'm going to see you in about 90 days to check in. Okay.
All right.
All right. You're all set. You can log off. Thank you, Mr. Dean.
You're welcome, Your Honor. Thank you.
Mr. Roberson, directing your attention to March 14th of this year, 2026. We're in the city of Berkeley.
Yes.
Did you allow an unlicensed person to drive your vehicle, that person being you?
Can you repeat that?
Did you allow an unlicensed person to drive your vehicle, that person being you?
Yes.
And you plead responsible for impeding traffic?
Yes.
All right. Satisfied, Mr. Chappelli?
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right, counts 1 and 2 are dismissed, and that license that he's obtained will stay intact. Thank goodness. All right, so as to sentencing.
As to sentencing, Your Honor, Mr. Roberson's 33 years old. He's a single father, sole provider for his household. He's employed as a delivery driver, drives 6 days a week. His license is vital and essential to maintaining his stability of his family. His son's also very involved in sports, pretty much daily practices that he takes his son to. So there's every reason in the world for Mr. Roberson to protect the privilege to drive. His driving record is not great, but in the last couple of years, there has been minimal, if any, contact. He understands the privilege. He understands how close he came to the edge, falling through the ice on this one and losing his license, just like the previous gentleman. I believe he's going to respect the privilege. Furthermore, Your Honor, I did tell Mr. Roberson, and he did complete a traffic safety program. I do have proof of that I can supply to the court, but I thought that was important for him to make some proactive steps beyond this plea. I wanted him to show that he values his license and he respects it. So with that, Your Honor, I'd ask that you consider reducing his fines and costs, similar to if he was in the Operation Drive program. He is back to valid.
Very good. Mr. Roberson, I hope you remember July 9th and how that all went down, how Ms. Chappelle and this court identified the peril that you were in and what could have happened. That, Mr. Roberson, and that reason wasn't to continue to do things the way you used to do them.
Hello.
Your Honor, can you hear me?
Hello.
Mr. Chappelle, I can hear. I can't hear the
Okay.
court either.
You can't hear the court? Okay, thank you.
Hello.
Okay, how about now? Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay. All right. It's a short-term fix. All right, so Mr. Roberson, just make sure you take advantage of this opportunity moving forward. Anything you want to say before this court imposes sentence?
I just want to say thank you.
All right, so I'm gonna just log back in. You get a chance. It's a sentence of this court, on the allowing a licensed person to drive, the maximum fine is $500. I'll set that at 0. Maximum court costs are $500. I'll set that at 0. State of Michigan costs are $125. I can't do anything on that. The impeding traffic is $175. So basically I've taken it down on each of these charges to the bare minimum that I can, but I still know the $300 is a lot of money, especially if you just took that traffic class. So if I give you 2 months to pay it, is that enough time?
Yes, that's enough time for me to pay it.
All right, Mr. Roberson, good luck at all the practices that you're going to, and, please protect that license, all right?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, Christopher McNee, 2600834.
Your Honor, Elizabeth Chappelle on behalf of Christopher McNee. Mr. McNee, could you state your full name for the record, sir?
Christopher McNee.
Thank you. Your Honor, today's date and time set for a pre-trial in this matter. I did have the opportunity to discuss the charge, the penalty, as well as Mr. McNee's rights. I also spoke with the prosecutor. There's been an outcome in this matter that Mr. McNee will plead responsible to being a public nuisance and pay a $500 fine, and the prosecutor has agreed to dismiss the original disorderly charge.
Okay, Mr. McNee, to the charge of public nuisance, do you plead responsible?
Yes, Your Honor.
Count 1 is dismissed on motion of the prosecutor. Count 2 is the public nuisance. And I'll set the fine in the amount of $500. Mr. McNee, if I give you, how long do you need to pay that?
2 weeks, a month, just 2 weeks would be fine.
All right, I'll give you 30 days time to pay, and that'll close this out.
Thank
All
you.
right?
Thank
Good
you as
luck
well.
to you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, Justice Smithberger, 2600658.
For the record, Sherman Adams, on behalf of Mr. Smithberger, today's the time and date scheduled for a pretrial in this matter. Your Honor, this is the second pretrial case scheduled in this matter. The first one, Mr. Smithberger did fail to appear. This case was scheduled for 9:46. It is now 10:46. I've tried to call Mr. Smithberger while the phone was in operation. I could not leave a voicemail.
All right. Defendant having failed to appear, this court will issue a bench warrant, forfeit any bond, set a $5,000 cash surety or 10% bond.
Thank you. And then I'll be Ray on Williams.
All right.
Hello?
Hang on 1 second.
I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. All right, now I have the Stacey Williams file. Just want to confirm one thing real quick. I thought I had. Oh, I see. Okay. All right, Stacey Williams, 2600923.
For the record, Sherman Abdo on behalf of Ms. Williams, Your Honor, takes the time and date scheduled for a pretrial in this matter. Your Honor, we reached an agreement. My client pled guilty to reduced charge of allowing a licensed person to drive. Original charge is being dismissed. I've explained to Ms. Williams her constitutional rights. She's already swayed by taking a plea at this time. She obviously wants to take advantage of the court's Operation Drive program.
Ms. Williams, please raise your right hand. Oh, can I see? I don't know if I can see Ms. Williams. Where is she at?
I'm right here.
Can you put yourself on camera, please, ma'am?
Can you see me
Ms.
now?
I see a hand.
There
There
we
you
go.
are. Okay. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, I do.
All right, please put your hand down. All right. Although I did get to see Miss Williams, is that orange nail color?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Well,
Yes.
Miss Williams, it pops. All right, it pops.
Thank you.
All right.
you, sir.
So you're pleading guilty to allowing a licensed person to drive, and the other 2 charges are going to be dismissed. Allowing a licensed person to drive is a misdemeanor charge, carrying with it a maximum possible fine of $500 plus costs and up to 93 days in jail, all at this court's discretion. Before you enter a plea, you should understand you have the right to represent yourself or be represented by an attorney. If you cannot afford an attorney, one will be appointed for you at public expense. You have the right to a trial, either by me or by a jury. At that trial, you'd have the right to confront, cross-examine, question all witnesses brought against you. You'd have the right to have the court subpoena witnesses on your behalf. You'd have the right to testify if you wanted to, remain silent if you wanted to, and no one could say anything about you remaining silent. As you appear before this court, you're presumed innocent of this charge, and your guilt has to be proven beyond a reasonable doubt. Ms. Williams, do you understand that once you enter a plea, you give up all those rights that I just said that you have in a trial?
Yes, sir.
And once you enter a plea, there'll be no trial. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
Has anybody promised you or threatened you in any way other
No.
than the reduction in charge?
No.
Is it your own choice to do this?
Yes, it is.
May 30th of this year, 2026, were you in the city of Berkeley?
Yes.
And did you allow an unlicensed person to drive your vehicle, that person being you?
Yes.
Defense is satisfied.
I too am satisfied the plea is knowing, voluntary, and accurate. I will accept the same. Ms. Williams, it looks to me like you haven't had a license in a while, right?
Yes.
Okay, that's all right. That's our specialty. Trying to help people get their license back. Do you want a license?
Yes.
Good. Good. That means I've got someone with the right attitude to get this done. So, just so you know, Miss Williams, you might have some idea that you've got, a long, long road to go. And I'll tell you, basically what's holding you up is a 2002 no proof insurance ticket out of Detroit and a 2006 no proof insurance ticket out of Detroit. You pay those 2 tickets. You go in the Secretary of State, you pay $125 reinstatement fee, and they'll let you take your written test. Now, since you haven't had a license in a while, they make you do a written and road all over again, but you don't have hundreds of tickets. You don't have thousands of dollars. You got 2 tickets, 2 tickets to take care of.
Okay.
All right. One of them from 2002, one of them from 2006. Now you're going to have to go into the 36th district. These cases are too old, I think, to be able to be looked up online. So just go into the 36th district. Now you might have other tickets that you need to take care of, and you will need to take care of them eventually. But when you talk to the staff there, just make sure to let them know, I want to take care of the new approved insurance first. I'll take care of all of them, but if I take care of those 2 first, then I can go get my license, because Miss Williams, it used to be that every ticket suspended your license. That's not how it is anymore. Only certain tickets do. In your case, those 2 no proof insurance. Okay?
Okay, yes, sir.
Now, I'm not sentencing you to any fines and costs right now. I will set this for a review in 90 days. And Mr. Abdo is done today with you. And then you'll get a new attorney that is a specialty attorney for our Operation Drive. And we'll get that license, Miss Williams. Good luck.
Okay, that's what I'm aiming for.
Thank you, Mr. Abdo.
Thanks, Judge. Great seeing you. Bye-bye.
Take care.
All right, thank you.
And you can log off, ma'am.
Okay. I know, I got that paper in there about these 2 tickets. From 2002 to 2006. 2002? No.
They are old tickets. Okay, so Maria Haas Perez,
Hi, good morning.
2600812.
Good morning, Your Honor. Clay Miller, PA 6291 here on behalf of Ms. Haas Perez. Maria, state your name for the record, please.
Maria Fernanda Haas Perez.
All right, so is your client pleading responsible to the reduced charge of careless driving?
That is correct, Judge.
All right, ma'am. So to the charge of careless driving, do you plead responsible?
Yes, I do.
All right. So the fine on that is $240. If I give you 30 days, 60 days to pay, what do you need to get it done?
I don't think anything. I should be able to get it done by then.
Okay.
We do 60 days, Judge. There's a few other things she's got to pay off. There's an impeding traffic ticket here too, so and all the extra time will help her.
Any impeding traffic on this case or on a different case?
I think it's on this case.
I only have her with the drag racing and the reduction.
And maybe it's not up today, but there's another impeding traffic she's got to pay. And
another one
so,
coming?
yeah, I just know she's got some other stuff to pay. So the extra time would really help her out.
All right, I'll give you, Ms. Haas Perez, I'll give you 60 days time to pay. Okay?
Thank you.
Good luck.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you.
Ray Hampton, 24000077.
Right here.
All right, here we go. All right, so on July 9th, you were supposed to check in with me. I kept his bond in place. I wanted to check and see if he had any new charges, and I told him if he obtained his driver's license that I would substantially reduce his fines and costs, if I recall correctly. And it looks like we have a permit, but no full license yet. Is that right, Mr. Hampton?
No, I got my license. I'm waiting on
When
the
did you-
physical copy. I got it yesterday.
You got it yesterday. So we're gonna run a new driving record so I can confirm that, okay?
Okay.
So, and then we have Madison run an updated, well, let me check. Yeah, I need an updated criminal history to make sure that there were no new charges. Mr. Hampton, that would be great news if you got your valid license. So, all right, so just hang tight. We're gonna run a new driving record to make sure, because the one that I have just says permit. And I want you to know that what you have in your hand is a full and valid license, and I can run that record for you, okay? So just hang tight right here for a minute. All right, Mr. Yatuma on Josie.
I'm ready, Your Honor.
Okay, I think we're all set now. Can you hear me okay, Mr. Yatuma?
Yeah, I can hear you good.
Okay, good. Is your client here?
Yeah, she was here. I talked to her in the breakout room. Is she not here?
I'm trying to get her out of the breakout room.
Hello,
Hello, state your name, please.
my name's Rebecca Hutchins. I'm helping my mother, Rosemary Hutchins. I'm handing her the iPad right now. State your name, Mom.
What? Rosemary Hutchins?
Hi, Miss Hutchins. I don't have Miss Hutchins on my.
Oh,
I don't have that she has a case with me today.
May I speak, Your Honor?
Judge K at 11.
Okay, yes, you're in the wrong courtroom.
Oh,
You need to go to Judge Kolakowski's. So on
Okay.
that sheet you're looking at, just go to the other room.
okay, thank you so much. To the magistrate
welcome.
meeting, thank you.
No, not magistrate meeting. You should see Judge Meinecke, Judge Kolakowski, and the magistrate. You want Judge Kolakowski.
Yes, how do I get to him, Your Honor?
So isn't there a 10-digit number by his name?
Oh, yes, there is. I apologize.
You're good. Good
Okay,
luck.
thank you.
Okay. All right, on Jasmine Josie, 2502-037.
Good morning, Your Honor. Zia Tatum appearing on behalf of Miss Josie. Miss Josie, please state your full name for the record.
Jasmine Josie.
Your Honor, today's day and time set for pretrial. I did have an opportunity to speak with the prosecutor. We do have an offer. The no proof of insurance will be dismissed, and the failure to display a valid license will be amended to allowing.
Ms. Josie, please raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
All right, please put your hand down. Ms. Josie, can you read, write, and understand the English language?
Yes.
You hear and understand me?
Yes.
Have you had a full chance now to talk with your lawyer?
Yes.
And are you satisfied with his advice?
Yes.
All right, you're pleading guilty to allowing a licensed person to drive. That's a misdemeanor charge carrying with it a maximum possible fine of $500 plus costs and up to 93 days in jail, all at this court's discretion. Before you enter a plea, you should understand you have the right to represent yourself or be represented by an attorney. If you cannot afford an attorney, one will be appointed for you at public expense. You'd have the right to a trial, either by me or by a jury. At that trial, you'd have the right to confront, cross-examine, question all witnesses brought against you. You'd have the right to have the court subpoena witnesses on your behalf. You'd have the right to testify if you wanted to. Remain silent if you wanted to, and no one could say anything about you remaining silent. As you appear before this court, you're presumed innocent of this charge, and your guilt has to be proven beyond a reasonable doubt. Ma'am, do you understand that once you enter a plea, you give up all those rights that I just said that you have at a trial?
Yes.
You understand that once you enter a plea, there won't be a trial?
Yes.
Anybody promise you or threaten you in any way?
No.
It's your own choice to do this?
Yes.
Right. December 15th of last year, 2025, were you in the city of Berkeley?
Yes.
Did you allow an unlicensed person to drive your vehicle, that person being you?
Yes.
Right. Satisfied, counsel?
Satisfied, Your Honor.
I too am satisfied the plea is knowing, voluntary, and accurate. I will accept the same. Miss Josie, the most important part about this plea that you just put in is this charge doesn't go on your driving record. If it did, this license that you worked so hard to get that you have that's valid, it would have been snatched out for another 30 days. You would have lost it. Mr. Yatuma got a reduction here, so none of that's going to happen. And I looked this year, Miss Josie, you've worked so hard, and I'm sure paid a lot of money to get back in a position where you've got your driver's license. So please, ma'am, please respect that license now. Make sure you're driving in a manner that doesn't trigger any more issues for yourself, because you just climbed yourself out of a deep hole, and it's pretty impressive. Let's just not go back down in there, all right?
Okay.
Mr. Yatuma, anything you want to say on her behalf?
Yes, Your Honor. Miss Josie is, she's 29 years old. She's a single mother of one minor child. She does have stable housing. She works full time. She does have her license. I would just ask the court that she be sentenced for fines only, and then I would respectfully ask for a reduction as if she was an operation drive.
All right, Miss Josie, it's a sentence. Is there anything you want to add, Miss Josie, before this court imposes a sentence?
Yes, just like you had said earlier, I've been working on watching how I drive. And well, a lot of times, like even in that time, a ticket could appear and I have so many things going on where I could forget a court date. I'm taking care of my son, making sure he gets to school, and bills and everything come crashing down. And I can, just simply forget sometimes, because I'm doing a lot of things on my own, but I've been working on it better and watching how I drive, making sure I respect the speed limit. And I'm getting honestly older. I'll be 30, so I really don't, have the need to be wanting to drive crazy and none of that or speeding. And I just want to, make sure I have all my stuff together so I don't continue to get tickets, because I see now my insurance rate is high and stuff like that. Like I want to be able to get good, affordable insurance. Insurance damn near $400 or $500 a month.
Oh, yeah,
So
it's ridiculous. And so I'm glad that, I mean, yes, I get the fact that it would have been nice to learn it sooner, but be grateful that you have learned these things before you turn 30, and you have a license now, and you'll be able to get your kids where they need to go. And so, Ms. Josie, I will reduce your fines and costs, and let's just make sure we don't get down this road again. It's the order of this court that Ms. Josie, the max fine is $500. I will waive the fine. The max court costs are $500. I'll set that down at $25. The state of Michigan costs, I can't do anything on those. Those are $125. So the grand total is $150. But the court has saved you over $1,000, and I frankly think you deserve it. And I will give you 4 months time to pay.
okay, thank you, Your Honor.
All right, good luck.
Thank you.
Safe driving, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay.
All right, Mr. Hampton again, 2400077.
Yeah.
There it is. Okay, so let's take a look here. Don't have a new one. criminal history.
Should print out the driving record.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mr. Hampton, I want to look something up for you because for some reason it says there's still an outstanding warrant at the 36th District Court for no proof insurance ticket, but if you had an unpaid no proof insurance ticket, you would have been able to get your license. Let's see if I can figure this out. Please turn off all sounds, sir. Sir? Yes. Please turn off all sounds. Sir, I'm sorry. So, Mr. Hampton, I can confirm for you that it says you have a valid license as of yesterday. Great job on that, okay? But I think this is so interesting. Okay, so Mr. Hampton, you need to contact the 36th District Court. Yes, sir. So I'm looking up the this is the 36th District Court has a lookup page, Mr. Hampton, and there's a warrant, a traffic warrant for a no insurance misdemeanor. Okay. And it says you were supposed to show up in court in, it looks like a court date for you, January 12th. You didn't show up for it. So you need to reach out to them, because the last thing I want you to do while you're driving around on your new and valid license is get pulled over and get arrested on an old traffic warrant. Okay?
Yeah.
But I will say, he's shown up here today. He's obtained a valid license. Okay, so Mr. Hampton, here's what I'm going to do for you. I told you long ago that if you got your license back and had no new criminal offenses, that I would waive $400 of your fines and costs. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Okay. You still owe this court $465. But what I'm going to do, Mr. Hampton, because I saw the effort, you got your license back, and I'm real happy for you, I'm actually going to waive the entirety of the $465. That way, hopefully, you can use that 65 bucks that you would have had to pay, put that towards that Detroit ticket. Call them up, because Mr. Hampton, I mean, you're finally free and clear for driving. So don't let that traffic warrant, which I think could be taken care of like that, pretty easy at the 36th District. That's not a huge ticket. Reach out to them, get that warrant cleared. Then you got nothing. And you have nothing to look over your shoulder about, nothing to worry about. You've come a long way, Mr. Hampton. And I just want to at least celebrate you today, but I'm counting on you following up with a 36. Got it?
Yes.
All right, so I will waive the remaining $465, close this file out. And you are done with the 44th District, sir. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
Ms. Blakeney, are you ready on Yu Zhang?
Attorney that thinks he knows what.
Ms. Blakeney, are you ready on Yu Zhang? She just let me. She needs to move then.
I believe Lisa is already down for the formal. No longer on Zoom for the formal hearing.
We get these signatures in yours. Just have her, just ask if she would bring in whatever file she has remaining.
Your Honor,
Yes, Ms. Blakeney.
I apologize for my tardiness. I was in Judge K and I asked him about this, but got the courtrooms wrong. Your Honor, I believe Mr. Zhang already was in the process of pleading to this and he was disconnected. So I don't know if I need to speak with the city attorney, but they still may have the file.
Well, I don't have the files yet. And this court has, Ms. Blakeney, this court has a hard stop at 11:30. I'm putting on a presentation for a number of judges on Zoom. So whether we get to Mr. Zhang or not is, we'll see where we stand.
Okay, I apologize. That was my fault completely. I apologize. I understand.
But I'm just waiting for the city attorney to come in.
Okay.
I'm sorry to report that we're about 15 to 18 minutes. Just if we have to continue, we'll have to continue it. I apologize. We have Operation Drive Zoom presentation with judges from across the state. Starts at about 11:30. So Ms. Blakeney, I don't have anything on the Zhang matter. Have you talked to Mr. Zhang at all? I got the file.
I did, Your Honor. This was actually we were going to plea under 771. This was going to be a plea, but I'm not opposed to adjourning. It was my fault, Your Honor.
Okay.
And I apologize, Mr. Zhang, to you as well.
All right. So
his signal was lost.
So Mr. Zhang, we'll adjourn this and send notice to the parties. I apologize for any inconvenience whatsoever, but we will do it on Zoom again so as to save parties the inconvenience of having to come into court. So my staff will send out notice of the next pretrial.
And Your Honor, I am before Your Honor next Thursday too.
I understand it's a Berkeley case though. That's the only problem. So
okay.
Judge Polkowski.
It is.
We'll pick a date.
To you, Mr. Zhang, to the court.
We'll send notice.
Thank you. I apologize.
We'll set Mr. Zhang. We'll bring it on. We'll have another court date for you.
You could disconnect.
All right. I only have one item.
I have it. It was scheduled correctly.
Okay. All right. Calling case number 26B01258.
Your Honor, Lisa Hamani on behalf of City Berkeley.
Good morning, Brooke Salinger.
All right, today's date and time set for formal hearing. People ready to proceed?
Yes, Your Honor.
Defense? Ready. All right. Meinecke?
Judge, I will waive opening.
Well, it's a civil infraction, so
there's no-
just go, no openings, we'll go right to,
Okay. At this time, I'd like to call Officer Smith to the scene.
okay? All right, please raise your right hand. Just swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
I do, sir.
All right, please be seated. All right, please state your name and spell it for the record.
Sergeant Brian Smith, BRIAN-SMITH.
All right, your witness.
Officer Smith, your occupation.
Employed with the City of Berkeley Public Safety Department.
How long have you been with the City of Berkeley Public Safety Department?
Going on 13 years now.
What are your duties?
Patrol.
Were you on duty on March 8th of 2026 at approximately 1 p.m.?
I was.
What happened?
I was actually returning to the station. My shift was ending, but I was eastbound 12 Mile, approaching the intersection of Griffith and 12 Mile. And I observed a traffic violation.
All right. 12 Mile and Griffith, you indicates where you were, that's in the City of Berkeley.
Correct.
What did you do when you observed? What infraction did you observe?
Well, I observed a sedan stop in the middle of the roadway. I observed a passenger get out of the front passenger side of the vehicle, exit the vehicle. There's traffic between us and around the vehicle. Traffic had to stop, slow, and move around the vehicle. Once the vehicle between me and the violator moved, I initiated a traffic stop.
And this observation of the vehicle that stopped, that was on 12 Mile or on Griffith?
It was on 12 Mile.
And 12 Mile at that point is 2 lanes going eastbound.
Correct.
And did you then stop the vehicle and approach the driver?
I did.
Would you recognize that individual if you saw him again?
I would.
And do you see him in the courtroom today?
I do.
Would you identify an article of clothing or something he was wearing?
I
would so stipulate, Your Honor, that I was the driver.
Okay. Record will so reflect.
Thank you. Officer Smith, is your vehicle equipped with an in-car camera?
It is.
And did you have an opportunity to review both the body cam and the in-car video?
I have.
And did both of those video footage accurately depict your observations?
The dash cam would accurately depict that. The body cam, obviously, once the vehicle stopped, it wouldn't necessarily catch the actual infraction.
Except it does still identify where the vehicle is located on
Yes.
12 Mile.
Correct.
Very good. And we have those videos today, Judge. They have been stipulated to both the body cam footage as well as the in-car video. So we would ask that you watch the video.
It's fine, Your
Okay. So there's stipulation, People's Exhibit 1.
Yes, Judge.
All right, same will be admitted, and
Officer Smith, can you see this video? You're in the red vehicle, correct?
Correct.
And that's Griffith that you're going under right now.
That was Griffith right there.
And that vehicle in front of you,
There's a vehicle between us. Obviously, saw the front passenger get out and walk into the restaurant. When I initiate the traffic stop, he pulls up into a parking spot-ish.
you say parking spot-ish, meaning it's.
Well, there wasn't enough room for him to completely be out of the roadway at this point, but obviously I have full lights on my vehicle, so it's blocking traffic for everyone, but yeah.
Very good.
one second. Okay, council, do you need me to stop the video now?
Yes, this is the end of the, I believe did you have any issue stopping right now?
No, not on this one.
Is there more video that you want me to play?
The body cam video, I believe, is what Mr. Salinger would like the court to view.
There should be some with it as well in the body cam.
Hi. What's the problem?
There's no problem. I just got my son out to go get some stuff from Slows.
Oh, so stopping in the traffic and waiting for everybody behind you, causing a traffic jam is no problem. I understand it's no problem for you, but other people have things to do, right?
I'm sorry.
Especially when there's a dozen parking spots right in front of you. You could pull up.
I'm sorry.
May I have your license, please? Sure. It's called impeding traffic, right? You could also pull down onto Griffith. That wouldn't cause a traffic problem.
I dropped him off very quickly. I'm sorry.
No, I saw you drop him off. I was directly behind you.
Okay, I believe you.
You know what I mean? Give me a quick second.
I believe that was the extent to which Mr. Salinger wanted you to observe.
That would be correct, Your Honor.
Okay.
And just a couple more questions and I will rest. Officer Smith, then, you did in fact issue a citation then to Mr. Salinger?
I did.
And what was that for?
For impeding traffic.
Okay. I have no further questions.
Mr. Salinger?
Officer Smith, you said that you had a chance to observe the video, correct?
Yes.
Would you agree that and there was only one vehicle that was interfered with, correct? It wasn't multiple vehicles.
Okay.
Okay. So when you say everybody behind you, it was just one vehicle behind you, correct?
So behind you, I was behind you.
Well,
There's other vehicles behind me as well.
Right, but there were no other vehicles that came up that had to stop because of this, correct?
I can't testify to what's behind me now because I don't have video back there, but there
And
were.
you said that it was causing a traffic jam, is what you said on the video. There was just one vehicle stopping, and that stop was for 8 seconds, if I'm correct? Would you agree with that?
If you say so.
Okay. So there's not a sign in front of Slows that says you can't stop or drop off people in that location, correct?
That's my knowledge.
Okay, and there are such signs in other portions of 12-hour road, Berkeley, correct?
Not to my knowledge.
There's no sign saying you can't, no stopping, no standing.
There may be, sir, but not there.
Okay.
If that's what you're asking.
And if they didn't want people to stop or stand there, they have a sign there, correct?
I don't know why those signs are put where they are when they're put there.
And nobody was honking, correct?
No.
Nobody was slamming on the brakes.
No.
The only reason it was 8 seconds is the vehicle had to wait for 2 other vehicles to pass in the other lane, correct?
Okay.
And I was proceeding with my car to pull up to parallel park, correct?
I wouldn't exactly call that parallel parking. We were somewhat in the lane afterwards, after coming to a stop, yes.
But there's a vehicle ahead of me and I was pulling behind that vehicle. That would have been.
Yeah, there was a vehicle in there.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. So I was proceeding with due care and caution. You agree with that?
Sure.
Okay. I wasn't blocking the outside lane.
No.
I was close to the street there in terms of close to the sidewalk with my vehicle, correct?
Sure.
Okay. Does your office department have any policies regarding issuing tickets?
Policies?
For example, I know some.
It's part of my duties to issue.
I understand, but there's some firms have a policy that if you stop somebody, you have to issue a ticket. Is that the policy of your department?
Well, there's discretion.
Okay, all right. And does the office have any, policy regarding, demeanor?
Demeanor.
During your stop?
There's a conduct policy, if that's what you're referring to, correct?
And what is that?
What is what?
You said there is a policy.
Mhm.
What's the policy?
Professionalism? Sure.
So the only, I'm trying to understand in terms of what happened to interfere with traffic. The only interference was the slowing down of the one vehicle for 8 seconds, is that correct?
It was 8 seconds, sir, then yes.
And pulling ahead to try and parallel park, that's not interference, correct?
And I was already initiating a traffic stop, so I couldn't testify as to what other people would have done if I wasn't there.
How often do you say during the last year did you issue a ticket for impeding where it wasn't a reduced charge, shall we say, straight flat up impeding? How often would you say?
Actual impeding traffic violations?
Yes.
It's not common. I couldn't
What's that?
tell you a number.
You said it's not common.
It isn't common, no.
Okay. I have nothing for you. This one.
Just very quickly, I just want to have a better understanding of what was happening in that lane of travel. I know that Mr. Salinger asked you to confirm that he was near the sidewalk, but you have testified, and we watched on video, he was actually in a lane of travel. Is that correct?
When his passenger exited the vehicle, he was in a full lane of travel, correct?
And then we watched on the video that the vehicle in front of you had to stop, put its signal on, and actually get over into another lane in order to continue its travel on 12 Mile, correct?
Correct.
And then you testified just now on questioning by Mr. Salinger that there were people behind you as well.
There were people behind me, yes.
And you were not able to travel while the car in front of you was trying to get over and while Mr. Salinger was actually in that lane of travel, correct?
Correct.
No further questions.
Okay, you missed that down.
I'm so sorry.
Any further witnesses?
No, Judge, people will rest.
Please raise your right hand. Swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
I do, Your Honor. Court want me to testify as a narrative, I guess?
Yes, we have, unfortunately, I'm sad to say we have about 4 minutes, but.
I'll do my best. But so on the date in question, I was traveling with my son, who was administrative law judge to come in from Alaska for my father-in-law's funeral. We were stopping by Slows to pick up funeral and then going down to the lot to get some medicine for my wife and son-in-law to see if my son-in-law had a broken arm. So I dropped him off. I looked at the video. It took all of 8 seconds for the vehicle behind me to pull over. I did not see in the video any other vehicles behind me that had to delay at all. I moved forward. I did not interfere with traffic, I believe, nothing unusual. There was a case that I would cite to People versus Lucinski, Lucyski, Michigan Supreme Court opinion, 509-618. And in that opinion, and I have copies for the court and the city attorney maybe, on page 11, it talks about that you have to have actual interference, okay, of the normal, something beyond the normal thing. People stop in front of Slows regularly, I'm certain. People drop people off in front of Slows. I went as quickly as I could to move on. I was pulling up to parallel park. I don't know that it would have been any more different if I hadn't dropped them off and was just proceeding up to parallel park. It was just one vehicle. It was not multiple. No one was put in danger. I don't think that it is a situation that, and my signal was on. I proceeded with due care and caution. I don't think this is the type of situation that justifies impeding traffic. It did not it did not affect the usual smooth, uninterrupted movement or progress of normal flow of traffic on the roadway. This is just a lane. I pulled up as close to the curb from that lane that I could. There was another lane that people went through. They went through, it was an 8-second stop. It was not something where I was stopping and waiting for someone to go in and come back out. I don't think there was an unusual, unreasonable. I don't think there's an untowable situation. If we were to believe the city attorney here, every situation when you're proceeding into parallel park where there's any delay could be impeding traffic. Officer admitted that charges of impeding traffic are unusual. I will indicate I've been a practicing attorney for 43 years. This is the first case I encountered that's been a straight up impeding. It's very common to have reduced plea to plea. Actually did one in the court this morning. It's somewhat happens that you can have breaks in the field of say someone was speeding and the right hand for impeding instead. This is a straight up impeding. It wasn't as though cars slammed, I caused a traffic jam, things were made intentional. This was a Sunday afternoon with light traffic. And I would indicate to the court that this was not unusual or anything that really was ineffective with the normal flow of traffic in this situation.
Okay, any questions?
No, Judge.
I have one other witness, Your Honor.
Okay, so we're gonna break here now, and the court will resume this hearing. You're excused now, officer. We'll reschedule this on another date. The court has.
Can I have 1 brief second, my witness, Your Honor, to talk with my texting?
If you wanna step out for a quick second.
Yes, I do.
All right.
So good to go, Your Honor.
You're good to go.